There's no such thing as comfort. There's no such thing as being comfortable. There's no such thing of not taking a risk. Everything that you do in your life, the minute that you start your car, you're taking a risk. How do you know that the second you drive down the street, you're not going to get in a wreck and get killed? Everything that you do, you are taking some sort of risk. That's why I never understood when someone tells me, oh, that day trading thing is risky, 99 or whatever the fuck the statistic is of people lose money. Okay, cool, thanks, I got it, thanks for being supportive. Who's to say that you're not going to get laid off at your fucking job next time you walk into the office? You don't know. You could get fired at any second. I could lose money. Yeah, it's risky. Okay, you could lose your job at any second. But who has more upside, right? If it works for me, I got way more upside than you got working your job. That's the way that I always looked at it. So it just never made sense to me that people like would try to shame you or put you down for following your dreams because it's not the safe choice. There's no such thing as a safe fucking choice. That just purely doesn't make any sense. And that scares so many people out of actually trying something or following their dreams. Like, bro, sometimes you just gotta step off the cliff, because I promise you it's not as scary as you actually think it is. Like, I'm currently living it right now, and don't get me wrong, there were hard times. There were hard times 1000%, and I'm not downplaying that, but in reality, like, the worst it ever got was I didn't make money for a few months and I just lived off of savings. You know what I mean? Like, that was it. I set myself up in a good spot. I saved money before I took the risk, before I made the leap of faith. So, I wasn't just going into it completely blind, right? I took a calculated risk on myself, and it's paying off, and I'm not telling you just to fucking, you got $10 in your bank account, move across the country and try to day trade. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, a lot of y'all out there know what you should be doing. You know what to do, and you know the risk that you want to take. You know what you want to do, and you have that dream for a reason. So do it, and do it in a smart way. Take a calculated risk and bet on yourself, and understand that it's really not as scary as it seems. It's really not, like, it's our job, it's our brain's job to come up with the worst possible scenario so that if it happens, we're not surprised by it. We do that to ourselves all the time, right? At least me, like, I constantly am replaying like the most horrible thing that could possibly happen. Like, I'm constantly replaying that in my mind, so I'm not surprised if it happens, right? But it's like, what if it does happen? What if it does work out? And your brain will never think that way for whatever reason. So it's like, you just have to hardwire yourself to start thinking that way, because naturally your brain is always going to try and prepare you for the worst. So every time you start overthinking the worst, start overthinking the best. I mean, that has like completely changed my life and changed, the way that I view life. And really, again, like, it just comes down to like, yeah, sure, what I'm doing isn't safe, but what you're doing isn't safe either. But who has more upside? I got more upside. It's really that simple, man. It's really that simple, and it's not going to make sense to everyone around you, and it's not supposed to make sense to everyone around you. I mean, if God gave you this vision, if God gave you this dream, maybe some other people aren't meant to see it yet. And honestly, a lot of times they're not going to see it, and you are going to be crazy, and you probably are a little crazy for even considering wanting to do whatever this crazy dream is. You are a little crazy, and you're wired a little bit different, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's how you were made. And I've accepted that about myself, And it's just like, they're not going to see it. It's not going to make sense to everyone until it actually works. It's just how it works. It's just how it works, Everyone hates you in the beginning, but everyone loves you when you're up. It's just how it works. It's hard because sometimes it's our own families, it's our own, people that are closest to us that try and put us down for chasing something different. But at the end of the day, bro, you were born into this world alone, and you're gonna die in this world alone. So at the end, all you really got is yourself. So, and God, but you really got yourself, right? You are the only person that is going to believe in you. And that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta jump off the fucking cliff.